If anybody could have possibly made this day of speaking to military leaders and embarrassing us on a world stage even worse, it's this guy, Donald Trump. This is him speaking to reporters as he was about to head over and speak to the military leaders. Look at his objectives.
Why gather all the generals in one place for a speech?
Well, this is only an esprit de corps. You know what esprit de corps is? This is only a spirit. We're going to be talking to him. Pete Hegseth is talking right now. I'm going to have to leave because I have to talk to him. But these are our generals, our admirals, our leaders. And it's a good thing. A thing like this has never been done before because they came from all over the world. And there's a little bit of expense, not much, but there's a little expense to that. We don't like to waste it. We'd rather spend it on bullets and rockets, frankly. But this was the one time we had to do a great spiritizing. It's going to be great. I've seen it already. We have every general, every admiral. We have great people. We have our real warriors over there. And when they're not good, when we don't think they're our warriors, you know what happens? We say, you're fired, get out.
We've got all these folks here. It's a huge expense to get all these people here from all over the world. But you know what? I think it's necessary because then once I look them in the face and I get a chance to talk to them and I get to assess whether or not they're going to be loyal to me, as again, I pointed out when this was going to be happening, this is going to be a loyalty test. There's going to be a purge for anyone who isn't. He didn't say it once. He said it twice.
So I'm going over. I'm going to be meeting with generals and with admirals and with leaders. And if I don't like somebody, I'm going to fire him right on the spot.
So he's going to be meeting with admirals and generals and military leaders. If he doesn't like them, he ran off before someone could ask him, what would you like or dislike about a military leader that would make you fire them on the spot? Is this a loyalty test? It's almost like they're repeating everything that these Nazis did, that Adolf Hitler did. So as they collected this group of all these military leaders, it was a loyalty test. He's not hiding it. The targeting and the whole reason this guy wants to have his military under his belt is to then target it on American citizens.
Only in recent decades did politicians somehow come to believe that our job is to police the far reaches of Kenya and Somalia, while America is under invasion from within. We're under invasion from within. No different than a foreign enemy, but more difficult in many ways because they don't wear uniforms. At least when they're wearing a uniform, you can take them out. These people don't have uniforms. But we are under invasion from within. We're stopping it very quickly.
He's talking to military leaders. We're under invasion from within. Our military should be used to attack American citizens. That's what Donald Trump is telling you. And he's not done telling you that. He's very blatant. He's very explicit.
What they've done to San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, they're very unsafe places. And we're going to straighten them out one by one. And this is going to be a major part for some of the people in this room. That's a war, too. It's a war from within. Controlling the physical territory of our border is essential to national security. We can't let these people in.
San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, what they've done to these cities. Who's they? Who's they that Donald Trump is now looking to sic active military members on in our country? He was talking to the leader that was running CCOT, and he said, homegrowns are next. That was at the beginning of this term. And people were like, oh man, that's a troubling thing to hear. Okay, moving on. This is them now installing this kind of rhetoric, this kind of policy. That he's going to send the military to the people that he thinks are against him. The enemy from within. It's also the thing that he said during the campaign. You know, when us crazy people with Trump derangement syndrome were pulling our hair out indiscriminately, talking about how because he called the Americans that he doesn't like the enemy within, very authoritarian and Nazi-like talk. Oh, he's just trolling you guys. You libs get so exaggerated with these things. That is until he's standing in front of a bunch of military leaders that he said, if you don't like what I'm doing, get out or I'll fire you. And those of you that want to continue on down this road, get on board because we're going to attack that enemy within.
In our inner cities, which we're going to be talking about, because it's a big part of war now. It's a big part of war. But the firemen go up in ladders, and you have people shooting at them while they're up in ladders. I don't even know if anybody heard that. And I said, don't talk about it much, but I think you have to. Our firemen are incredible. They're up in one of these ladders that goes way up to the sky, rescuing people, and you have animals shooting at them, shooting bullets at firemen that are way up in death territory. You fall off that ladder, it's over.
So this is how he speaks of American citizens. We're going to go to those inner cities because that's where, let me get the quote right, because it's a big part of war now. Inner cities to Donald Trump is a big part of war now. War, that whole thing that this guy keeps calling himself the peaceful president over. But as long as you're a minority in an inner city, because that's the trigger word for people like him, then we're at war with you now because these animals on the ground are shooting at firefighters. It's not like he already told us how he feels about anyone else that isn't him or doesn't look like him or that's convinced him that they'll go along with him and bow down to him, the way that Byron Donalds and Tim Scott do. They'll make sure that they bow down and kiss his feet. They're one of the good ones. We're not at war with those good black people. We're at war with the ones who are too defiant and uppity and like to talk back. Those are the ones we're at war with. Those animals. This guy. This guy is one of the worst people ever in existence. What a hateful piece of shit. As he's talking about savage behavior and preemptive war, but everyone else is an animal. The guy's one of the worst humans here. And look at him standing in front of military leaders, knowing that enough people are going to eventually realize it, and the guns are already pointed in our faces.